Welcome back to the Doom Train. Here with Naya Dinosaurs in the Standard. Just something a little different. I think I'm going to be doing something a little bit different more often. I do like Sultai, I do like Abs and Company, I do like Green-Black Standard, but I also like trying out just dropping giant dinosaurs on curve. See what our opponent's up against, or what we're up against, what our opponent's playing. I think the sideboard definitely could use a little work. Death Gorge Scavenger is some card that's much better in green-black when you have things like Chupacabra. I'll keep this hand. If I draw a land, this hand is very good. If I don't, this hand is not as good. It's kind of as simple as that. I think Thrashing Brontodon will actually be surprisingly good against Mono Red. It's bigger than everything else they have to offer. Yep. Another card where Clarion is pretty good. Deafening Clarion just seems like Jeskai Control likes it as a board wipe, but they don't really run the creatures to have that secondary piece. It's just kind of like a Anger of the Gods. But for this deck, it's Anger of the Gods that gives all your creatures lifelink until end of turn. That triggers Ripjaw Raptor. It's just a really, really... I think it's almost built to be in this deck. Okay, my opponent's got 2 mana up. Oh. Yes. I think I just want to try to drop a big dinosaur next turn. This might eat some removal spells, I don't know, but I'm also not attacking this turn, so I want to be able to set myself up to do a much bigger attack. I really just want to drop the Ripjaw or a Regisaur next turn. Sure. So my options here with 6 mana is drop the Immortal Sun and then set myself up for Regisaur Alpha striking in the next couple turns. Or I can drop Regisaur Alpha. I think I want to drop the Immortal Sun and set myself up to win in like 2 turns. This also makes my droves larger than their Chain Willer, Don't want to go to 8. Red, green. Okay. I got greedy. Definitely want the Clarion. Think I want a couple coils. Not as interested in the droves or the Immortal Suns. I think I like that. Forgot that they have the Jitu, or whatever his name was, the haste creature. It's like, there's no way they can swing at me that hard. Yep. Hit my land drops, I'm able to curve out naturally, which is perfectly fine here. Next turn I'm playing Ripjaw. Sure. Ooh, I could Savage Stomp his guy. No, I think Ripjaw is just too important in this matchup. Okay. That is what I like about Deafening Clarion. Drew me a card, gained me 8 life, and killed my opponent's creature. 3 mana. just think Thrashing Brontodon is better in this situation than Death Scourger. I definitely think I want access to that in case I go against like an Is It Drake's deck where they put creatures into their own graveyard. But when I was looking at this deck, Death Scourge Scavengers, I hadn't really thought about it. I thought he'd be as good as he is in green-black. But I'm not killing my opponent's creatures nearly as often, so there's a lot less creatures in the graveyard for him to eat. I also don't have Explore mechanics to also pitch extra cards into the graveyard as well. Man, this hand sucks. Can I keep this? Let's be real. No. I'm tempted just because I'm a ramp deck. Yeah, I think this is better anyway. Sure. Get to Lava Runner, that's his name. So I assume Lenore Elf is going to die here. Really hope he doesn't, because he's the 3 mana I need. Alright, that was necessary. Drew the land. Unfortunately, the way this mana base is, I'm still going to need that. I think I have to take a 3-for-1 on my mulligan to so hard. My opponent's short on land, which means they probably have a bunch of Chain Whirlers. I need to draw something else to just not die. Alright, I am down a ton of cards, but I do have a Carnage Tyrant in play. Yep. If I drew a Deafening a Deafening Clarion there, I think the game was absolutely over. So, won the match. You can see now I am 3-1. Still learning the deck. You can see I punted game 1 just by not remembering the meta as much, and I punted this game too. By attacking into a obvious Merfolk Trickster. I even said it's a Merfolk Trickster and I still attacked into it. So this deck I think has legs. We'll see if I can 4-1. See you in the next one.